last map in the semi-finals, best of 5. It is going to be a marathon, a real slug between these two teams. And we are going to have VP starting off on the T side of Dust2 as we look to jump into the first pistol round. Here we go, the smokes. Lots of utility again for VP, actually. Flashes, smokes, they got decoys as well. We saw this on Mirage yesterday. Played a very slow round. That would indicate it's probably going to be more of the same here as well.
Have a lot of cat aggression here, though, from Tempo.Storm. This is going to allow them to be able to rotate very quickly with these two players on cat. If it winds up being a B execute, they can quickly rotate. But look at this, they're also pushing upper B tunnels. They do get a 1-for-1 trade, so they get some information. Those cat players are still in position. They have given up long A, though, so they're going to have to kind of play for a retake here unless they can double back on cat and try to catch some of these players crossing into the A bomb site. That bomb hasn't necessarily committed just yet. Snax throwing a deep CT spawn smoke so that they can still take fights over towards elevator. Actually blocking off cat because he knows there's that fallback potential. So this actually could work out well.
Great headshot though from Bolt, one of the players. He's looking for a second frag for him, looking for a third. Will get picked off from Bjarly, but those two frags were absolutely instrumental. That leaves Bjarly all by himself. Now 17 health left and he's going to go down. You can see what VP were looking for. But when Bolt steps up and delivers 2 headshots, there's not a great deal you can do about that.
Yeah, good smoke to try to hold off that cat retake position, but Bolt just didn't mind it. He just pushes through it, finds 2 kills, really lets Tempo.Storm start that out on the right foot. And so they will get the pistol. They'll be up 1-0, and you will begin to see them upgrading some weapons here. Virtus.Pro, not too invested. A few upgraded pistols, but no utility. Oh, actually, no, they do have a couple of smokes, but no armor involved here. Hidden one already out with the scope weapon with the scout. Looking to see if we can find something mid. VP, in the meantime, have almost all their players gathered up here in B tunnels, but Lucas has already found one of them.
He has, and now they're going to look to filter their way out. And one again, showing what he's capable of doing. And he's definitely going to be one of those players, you know, typically you look towards the AWPers, and he's just landed another headshot for the scouts. He's the next contestant stepping up, and that's going to be Snax, who will get picked off for the MP7. But he's definitely a player to watch out for. Dust2 is an AWPer's paradise.
Indeed it is, and I mean, there was some talk that Hidden One actually has been the more quiet player on the team. It's really been players like Phelps and Bolt who have been kind of really the highlight players so far for Tempo.Storm this event, so we'll be curious to see if he can start living up to the hype with that AWP when he gets it later on down the line. But VP, of course, yet again, just some upgraded pistols, some limited utility. Taz setting up a smoke here for Xbox to see if they can't get up Catwalk, but there is a big push coming up mid from Showtime. He's already found a couple of kills.
Just slaughtering both Pasha and Neo. Bjarly will deliver a P250 headshot. Now the deagle is coming good for Taz. Opting for a second frag, but he's not going to pick it up on this occasion. Bolt to the double for mass spray down, and as expected, Tempo.Storm will pick up their 3rd round. But VP, they'll have rifles coming in, plus an AWP in the hands of Snax.
Yeah, so again, it's kind of musical chairs when it comes to the AWP over on VP, but Snax will take the first crack at it. Doesn't really particularly have a good spawn for anything else other than checking out middle. Hidden One, of course, going to have his op as well. Not sure where he's quite headed. May just be looking to go towards long A, just using an HE grenade to put that smoke up so they can cross to B safely. 2 players going to be there, and Phelps will begin pushing out here towards the pit.
It's interesting that Snax didn't even pull the trigger there and just try and smash someone through the doors. You'll often see that from an AWP, just playing patiently instead, in case the peek came afterwards from N1, but that wasn't forthcoming. Smokes have been placed from the CTs onto Catwalk. Taz going to go for the pre-fire in case someone's hiding in there, but of course more passive play from Tempo.Storm. And one up on the little barrier. Be waiting for someone to push his location. Takes 1 shot, drops down. Pretty standard stuff so far from both teams.
Absolutely. Might see VP just do a little bit of a pop flash here, see if they can't push him off. But no, they're just going to dry peek it. That's going to give him one the opportunity to take an easy kill. Now he's going to begin the backpedal over here towards the corner. They're trying to punish him, but Bolts is there to bail him out. Phelps did go down that long, though, so a little bit of map control being gained from VP, but there still are a man down in this round. And there goes another, but it is traded. So now we have ourselves a 2 versus 3. 44 seconds left on the clock here. Looks like they're trying to see if they can't find an opening here at middle. No one is there to watch it. It's just Lucas inside the B-bomb site.
Very disjointed attack, though, with Taz going out on Catwalk all by himself. N1, uncharacteristically, actually misses that
No, he hit him.
kill.
Just not enough to get the kill, though.
Yeah, down to 7. We'll get it on the second time of asking. Now Bjarly does get flanked from Bolts up on short. And Tempo.Storm with a 4-0. But it was very confusing to me that Taz just walks out by Catwalk by himself. He gets flashed. He must realize he's going to have 2 players to contend with. the rest of his team start backing away to mid, so they couldn't get any avenging frags. Here's the N1 opening pick. And then the second kill just afterwards. Great start from Tempo Storm.
Yeah, certainly off to a good start here. They're up 4-0. They have VP back onto an eco, so they should be able to kick up the lead. And look at this, they are reading it. Showtime again pushing up with an SMG, just as he did on one of the pistol rounds, trying to get some extra dollars here. And he does pick up Taz, but is eventually taken down by Bialy, so that will come to a close.
Just an SMG, though, in the hands of VP. It wasn't an M4 that he moved up mid with. Just trying to choke out VP, not giving them any chance to think or put some strats together. Phelps in the perfect position. That smoke is going to keep VP at bay for now. Pop Flash will connect, but then stops with 3 kills in quick succession. Neo could be the next player to fall to the hands of Phelps. Or return the favor with the flash. USP, MP7 switching across, headshot, and he'll take that M4 afterwards. Very well played from Phelps, holding position. We said before, as did the desk, that Phelps and Bolts, they're the 2 players that you need consistency from. Early days still, of course, but the signs are looking good.
That's actually a new position for Phelps, by the way. In all the Dust2 games I have been watching for Tempo Storm, he's been playing more on the B side of the map, kind of as a rotator over there with Lucas, but it seems like he and Showtime have had a kind of swapped roles, so maybe that's something they've been preparing in their boot camp that they had before this event to try to, you know, just get people in some new positions and see how they play. And so far, I mean, Phelps doing pretty good over here at long A, but he has been taken out this time. Snax having a good spawn for the pick, and he's able to get the instant 5-on-4.
Yeah, all about that spawn there from Snax. If he's a couple seconds late, Phelps will get through into pit. I'll get the close angle. VP, I think Pasha was on 005 coming into this round, so again, he's normally the metronome that you go across with VP. Can you lay the rhythm for them? For now, the answer is no. They have got a bit of mid control. We'll be looking to smoke into the CT side if they opt to push onto the B play, because they'll know that N1 is just a couple of meters away from peaking. There we go, the smoke has landed. That allows VP to now try and get some control in mid, but actually deciding to back away instead. They do still have a couple of smokes. They haven't wasted all of their utility just yet, and still a minute to play with.
Indeed, they did back down from that, and now Bolts is able to collect the kill here on the catwalk. May find more, but no, Taz will deliver. So now it's all up to N1 to watch this cross with the op. He's the only guy left here at A to defend against this, and he's missing the shot, trying to get back in the CT spawn to stay alive, to allow his team to get in position better to perhaps attempt a retake. So they are going to be able to start getting into a cat flank position now with a couple of their members, but the bomb has gone down from VP. They have the numbers.
Should just be an easy cleanup from this point. Rest of Tempo Storm. Yes, they got 5 rounds on the bounce, but there's no point throwing away this much equipment value. This allows them to just have a stronger economy going forward. So VP will be picking up their first round. That much is for sure. The question now is, can Bialy take away one of these weapons? He is the player scampering his way through T-spawn. He's going to be N1, actually does get a couple of shots onto him. N1 will just about be able to escape, and, well, there's no T's close to him, so these 2 weapons will remain in round 7 as well.
And it's nicely done by VP. Snax being able to get the opening pick at long A, and from there, they traded 1-for-1 into the A bomb site, so always able to stay a step ahead of Tempo Storm. And they put their first round on the board. We'll see if they can use that to build some momentum and close the gap on the scoreboard, as it's been the Tempo Storm show for most of this game, but VP finally coming alive now.
Auto Sniper. Hello. It's a map that you can definitely use it. We saw Asilian earlier in the tournament doing a lot of work on Train. I'd be curious to see if Tempo Storm opt for that as well. Either way, that's in the future. Let's keep it in the here and now. Snax gets flashed out, was looking for that opening pick. Neo actually will take that onto Lucas, gets traded on afterwards though. Well, this is a chance now for VP to try and play the map, to try and get in the mind of Tempo Storm. 1-for-1 trade would favor them.
Yes, I mean, they got that auto sniper down, but Showtime, of course, will recycle and start putting to use, laying down some bullets through that smoke, as he's usually the one that uses auto snipers for this team on different maps. So now he will have the opportunity to see what he can make happen with it here as Virtus.Pro gathering up on the catwalk with 3 of their members. They do have 1 player that, I believe that's Bialy, late coming over to long, but Bolt's inside the site. Able to get that first kill onto Pasha, so able to keep Tempo Storm a man ahead now.
Again, it's that same issue though, no avenging frag, so VP have been completely halted. That's just got a whole lot worse. As N1 comes in with 2 huge frags. The bomb's dropped out as well. Meanwhile, Bialy gets bested from Phelps. A clinical round from Tempo Storm. And that round loss bonus has been reset, but there will be enough money in the bank here from VP's perspective to get another buy. The only issue is the Pasha's on 1.4K.
True. As so far, Hin1 is delivering. He has yet to die with 7 kills on the game as well. So he's definitely putting that op to good use. And that auto sniper is still going to be in play. Snack's trying to see if he can catch someone crossing. Not going to find it. So we actually do have Hin1 taking the op to middle this time around. Not taking it over to A.
I wonder if Showtime's misread the situation going for that MP7. Because they kept 4 players alive. They definitely would have been able to drop to him. But we have seen him pick up the MP7 in the past and charge up mid with it. Either way, it's still pretty scary at close range. So let's see if it pays off for him. He is one of the B defenders. And again, VP looking for a similar strat of pushing 3 players up catwalk, 2 on long, but Phelps has been a consistent pain in the backside for them, and he's holding this close range angle once again. Yeah,
again, this is one of his first official matches where he's played this spot, and he's been doing quite well, but also a new position as well, playing inside Goose. That might catch VP a bit off guard as they've yet to really meet with that. They've mostly just been dealing with Hin1's op on the corner. This time Phelps has been taken down, however. Hin1 has to try to get over here and see if he can trade back, but he's getting blinded, and VP are beginning to swarm this A-bomb site, and it looks like they are going to get it with ease. Everyone has fallen for Tempo Storm on this side of the map, and there's really no way for them back in, so this should be VP taking their second round.
Pasha with a Tech 9 finally finds some kills. 2 in total, and Lucas wants to keep his hands on this auto sniper, but it's not going to happen. Snacks through the doors, puts him down. Second round for VP, keeping all 5 players intact. That's a solid round for them. How's the economy looking for Tempo Storm? We got 11k and N1, so this is going to be a very comfortable rebuy with him dropping to his teammate at Showtime.
Yeah, certainly paying off that he didn't receive any deaths until that previous round, so had plenty of money to help everyone out. He will have the op in his hands once more, but if they do lose here, they could be forced to save, and that's where VP can start working to close the gap there. Meanwhile, VP, though, their economy is also not quite sharp, so they could find themselves in a bit of trouble as they are looking to go heavy B, and Showtime's already down, so it's just Lucas. The rotate's so far away.
He's got to fend this off by himself as well. One-man army like M4 spray. Problem is bullets, but he's picked up 2 kills by himself. Great job from Lucas, keeping the dream alive for Tempo Storm, but it is being taken away again from Pasha, who is ruthless with the AWP. Phelps now going to be charging through the smoke. Actually decides to bide his time instead. N1 is out of position right now. He's going to have to wait a few more seconds before his teammate gets in close enough proximity. But Pasha is watching the angle with the AWP right now as well. This is so tense. You can see what the CTs are going for. Phelps deciding to actually back away. As N1 comes in, Pasha delivers the fatal blow. His second frag of the round, and now all falls to Phelps. There's 2 players actually... Okay, just the one. At first, I thought 2 players were going to leave. Phelps, he's going to be so cheeky. He actually goes in afterwards. He doesn't have a kit, though. That's the only problem. Second kill comes in for him. He's going to be jumping on the site. He's trying to tickle the bomb, get this last terrorist to come out. It's going to be Pasha. And even though Phelps isn't going to get this round, I think Pasha will end up dying. No, he doesn't, actually. He manages to survive. I was going to say, maybe he'd bait Pasha into losing that AWP.
What if he would have had a kit? I mean, that got a little bit scary there, but well done from Virtus.Pro. Able to hold that one off. That B-bomb site can be so hard to retake. And while Lucas put up a nice effort to hold the site, rotate was just too far off. VP too strong there. Now they'll actually have a double op set up with Snacks and Pasha. Looks like Pasha has a long A spawn, so he will be headed that direction with Bialy. And Snacks is going to find Lucas through the door.
There we go. The first time he's landed a shot through there, but in the 10th round, not too shabby. And with the weaponry so lackluster, that's a pretty important kill. There's the second one. The M4 in the hands of Phelps is still alive. He's on long, and oh my goodness, Pasha actually missed his shot. Probably the easiest of the 3. But the trade comes back. The M4's been put down, and Tempo Storm likely going to lose a 4th round. N1's P250 may have something to say about that, but he's going to be silenced.
So here it is, Virtus.Pro coming back into the map. A bit of a slow start, but now they've begun to collect some rounds, and they're knocking on the door of a tie, but a double op setup coming in effect here for Tempo Storm. Hin1 probably keeps his admitted A. Showtime probably going to be towards the back of B. Double op, though, also out for Virtus.Pro still, and it was certainly effective in that last round, but this one will be a bit more difficult. Now they actually have to meet up against Tempo Storm on a full buy. Because again, they will be looking to get to long A right away, so we are going to see a clash of forces here on the corner.
Oh, and it's gone the way Tempo Storm to kick things off. The flash, though, completely wrecking both players. Phelps is hiding in the smoke. Are they going to check this, though, VP? They still haven't started to pre-fire through there. Phelps is going to be able to actually back away. The great escape. Somehow, someway, Tempo Storm not only get the kill, but they manage to survive with all five
that's
players.
a perfect scenario, though. I mean, you got a kill and you got out of there and you're alive and you have a man advantage. I mean, that can get real dicey sometimes when both teams have a good spawn for long A. You can have a big clash and, you know, it can go either way. And this time around, Tempo Storm got the better end of the deal. They're up a man. Snack's trying to sneak out mid to even the odds here, but Phelps just caught on to him.
Gotta land those shots if you want to keep yourself in that round, and N1 will show Snacks how it's done. Has missed a second. He will finally land a frag, though, just before he gets picked off from Neo. He finds himself in a 1v4. We know this guy is capable of massive clutches, but he's down to 32. A bomb plant would be a nice bonus for VP, but he's still not entirely sure that no one's going to be pushing his location from short. And there we go. That's exactly what happens. VP, you just think as well, Dust, if that confrontation in long had gone slightly different, VP could have just charged on the site. It would have been an easy plan.
Absolutely. If Phelps and Hin1 both go down there, it's a whole different round. So really well done by Phelps to stay alive and Hin1 to be able to deliver some more kills. He's up to 10 now, so he's definitely been putting in the work. VP, though, still going to be onto a buy, and again, they are going to go double ops onto Neo and Snacks this time. So between the three of Neo, Snacks, and Pasha, they've all had a chance with it.
Lucas, that's holding the angle on door here, as you can see now, didn't want to peek out as he knew that Snacks hadn't shot across with the AWP, hoping that VP try and make a way out of mid. They have done this a couple of times where they flirt with the idea but then just back off. That smoke from Pasha, they try and isolate from CT side. Actually decides against it. Very dangerous play from VP. 3 players in there, but if Lucas just peaks at the right time, this could be an absolute massacre for the Poles.
Absolutely, and they're definitely committed to this. You can see that bomb is making its way into B tunnel, so they're definitely looking to split this site, but it's going to be up to Lucas to stop the bulk of it. They actually have Hin1 with the op in B, so this might be a new position. He actually catches Neo there, so they may not have been expecting him to be on that side of the map. So another kill here to get a 5-on-3, as Lucas has been able to put a stop to the mid push as well. So looking pretty good here for Tempo Storm, and now look at this flank from Phelps. He'll be the one to just perhaps put a close to this round with a pair of kills, and now it's all on Bialy.
Really crisp play from Tempo Storm, holding positions perfectly. Phelps realizing that he could push around the back, and that's going to pretty much round up number 12. 8-4. And again, Tempo Storm lose no players, so their economy's starting to build up. It's still not great by any means, but you can see VP's is pretty poor itself. 3K is pretty much the highest amount that they have on their entire team.
It's well done from Tempo Storm, just basically denying VP before they can even begin to develop that play. You know, they were getting in position to set up for the split to explode, to give you that aggressive force that you're used to seeing from them, but Lucas and Hin1 there, able to find some key kills to slow it down. And as you said, VP just going to be on pistols here for Tempo Storm. Going to have an opportunity to start increasing this lead, as it is going to be a big mid push, though, from VP, so this could get a little bit dangerous, but Showtime finds 2.
Those flashes absolutely wrecked VP. You can see what they're going for. They're going to play a very aggressive mid push, and it's Phelps again from behind. VP pretty much tapping out of that round. Here comes another rifle by. If they can get 6 rounds here on the T side, it's not too shabby, but that's asking quite a bit. Tempo Storm taking 11th. You'll really fancy them to convert that into the first map.
I mean, this is usually one of the maps that does sway a bit T-sided. Even before the clock changes and all that stuff, D2 was one of those maps that was one of the few that would lean a bit towards the T-side, but certainly it's still a map that is capable of having the CTs be successful. So definitely VP not out of it yet, but Tempo Storm setting themselves up pretty well on this map, and Phelps again trying to get something done here at Long A, again staying alive and finding a kill, and same with Hin1. So I feel Tempo Storm's been winning the bulk of these Long A exchanges throughout the entire game, and that has been a big difference maker, I feel like.
Absolutely, because then that funnels VP into more mid-centric plays and trying to peak B. And they've been picked off time and time again. It's pretty ridiculous that, again, Tempo Storm not only win the confrontation, but lose no players in the process.
It's happened, I believe, the last 3 times they've been at Long A, it's been that way.
I think you're correct, yeah. So now that isolates both the terrorists. You've got one in pit with Bialy just chilling out in the doors. I mean, at this point, Tempo Storm would have to make a Herculean throw. for VP to get back into this. 16 for 5 for Phelps. N1 13 and 4. Everybody on the side of Tempo Storm is doing all right. I mean, Lucas only 6 frags, but the rest of your team is wrecking. Not really required. Speaking of Phelps, he has been picked off in mid as he went for an aggressive play again. And I tell you what, if Showtime goes down here, trying to push around the back, that could open up this round nicely for VP. Bjarly with a second kill. Okay, here we go. Game's back on again. There is only 30 seconds and 2 players on the A site, which is exactly where VP are going to have to go. They don't have the time when the third kill comes in. What is happening for Tempo Storm? Surely VP can't clutch this round. These are the kind of rounds that will catch up with you. Bolts on the site has played this very patiently, and he will be rewarded. Having a calm head, transfers his spray to Bjarly in a good hold overall, but Tempo Storm, what happened there?
And I saw the booth, and Peacemaker was livid when some of those kills were going off. He looked fired up about that, and that got real scary. I mean, they had a 5 versus 3 and almost threw it away. Luckily, Bolt's able to reel that one back in, so they will make it a 10-4 score, but yeah, that was definitely a little bit dicey there, as we are going to see VP in the last round of the half. Certainly not with an ideal buy, but they'll buy up what they can. We see all of them heading towards the B tunnels, except for one player lurking outside long A. Taz will remain over here at upper, the rest looking to go mid, so perhaps again a mid to be split is the idea, but Tempo Storm does find the first kill on the round.
Again though, look at how split up VP are. Still got a player in mid, one coming through the tunnels, but Snacks decides, screw this, I'm going to do it all by myself. With the tech 9 kills, AK comes good for Bjarly. Phelps is very low. Going to be throwing over the incendiary, but the bomb's already been planted. Snacks has got his hands on an AWP, and suddenly VP go from a pretty poor buy to a solid amount of weaponry. And this round really should be theirs, you'd think. Phelps and his 3 health push in through tunnels. He is going to get picked off from Bjarly. He is the lone tunnels player. The last 2 are going to be moving from the CT side of the map, with Bolts coming through the window. He gets picked off. Meanwhile, the incendiary did do work, taking down one of VP, and it all falls to N1 and a CZ, and he's going to fall prey as well. VP will take a 5th round, but we mentioned it before, 5 rounds in the T-half is not too great.
No, not at all. I think Tempo Storm has done a fantastic job on the CT side. Again, we talked about it, those long A exchanges almost always favoring Tempo Storm. That was definitely one of the keys to success so far from Tempo Storm on this map, but they do need to get the job done and close this one out. Again, this is the map that they should be winning. It is their pick. It's usually Virtus.Pro's permaban. Yes, Tempo Storm doesn't have the land success on it either, but it's still their pick. So let's see if they can get that job done, but we will take a quick break before we get there. Stay tuned, folks.
To the second half, in the second pistol round, guys. Let's get this back underway. Smoke already thrown out from Tempo Storm in mid, where Snacks was residing, but he still lands himself a headshot. Brisk start from the CTs. The overlay at the top confused me for a second there. There we go. It's all good. But Lucas and the rest of his team going to be funneling through. That being said, though, judging by Bjarly's position, if he decides to push out, he could get behind. There's a really cool boost trying to get the jumping headshot onto a player that was actually under towards the CT side, but suddenly Tempo Storm have brought us back to a 3-on-3, and now Bjarly is going to be coming around from the backside. He's going to meet someone head-to-head. That's going to be Phelps. Nearly gets himself the kill. Finally, Phelps will be put down and out of his misery from Taz, but the bomb has been planted, and with the USP in both hands of Tempo Storm, this could get interesting. If these one-taps land, Tempo Storm can hold on to this bomb site. There's the first one from N1. Snacks and Taz now need to play this huge. Lucas will be picking himself off the headshot now on 100% of his HP and trying to play the time. He's against Taz. Taz missed so many bullets. He's going to have to back away on 1 HP. Can he land this headshot? Not quite yet. He's still somehow alive. But Lucas is in such a good position now. Taz is going to go for the full defuse. Can he get it? 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here comes Lucas and lands the headshot. And Tempo Storm, after conceding the first frag in the round, somehow get the round going their way.
That was so neat. I have never seen that before. I mean, we've seen run boost, but not in that particular position, and 2 of them at the same time. I thought they were boosting up initially just to get a better angle, or maybe someone rotating out of CT spawn up the slope, but they decided to just cross out there. So that's going to be pretty neat. People will be talking about that one in the future, I'm sure. Almost forfeited it, but they did hold off Taz there right at the very end. That 1v1 was certainly intense, but now Tempo Storm are up 11-5. We do see them upgrading their guns here. There is a scout out in the hands of Pasha and several deagles in play. So we are going to see Tempo Storm gathering up here out long A. A pop flash is coming through. They do begin to push Bjarly, trying to get a parting shot on his way out of there, but not able to land it, and Pasha has fallen.
Deagles are such a powerful upgraded pistol on Dust2 because of the fast open planes. You can really land those one taps, but the problem comes in when you miss. When the P90 is breathing down your neck, there's not a great deal you can do. It's actually N1 that takes the kill from underneath Phelps, but they're not going to care how it gets done as long as that round is picked up for them. And so far, so good. VP still have one of the Deagles in play for Taz. Well, I say that, he's now dead. USP for Snacks, looking for an exit frag potentially, but Tempo Storm will move 7 rounds ahead.
Yeah, so they're on track to get the 3-0 start. And then from there, they'll be set themselves up nicely to close out this map in a pretty one-sided fashion.
Not much you can really add to that, just executing through long, kicking ass, taking names, and getting the opening picks. Very well played. And this is where VP, I feel, recently have been struggling a little bit more on their CT sides. They're a team that can completely blitz through you on T side, but it's their CT side, especially on maps like Cobblestone, which obviously was banned for this best of 5, that they struggle the most in. So I would be curious to see if we're going to see that become a repeating occurrence as this BO5 continues on. But they've given up long control this time around. Phelps wishes he had any other weapon in the world than a P90. It is awful at long range. And this will allow the CTs to start to push their way up through mid, getting round the back into N1. He's only got a scout, so his USP is going to have to come good. The strength in numbers, or is there from the CTs? Finally, they will pick the kill down, but Snacks and Bjarly both so low on health. Realistically, can't get anything done. There you go, 13-5, the perfect start for Tempo Storm on their T side.
Yeah, it couldn't be going much better for them at this point, but here comes the opening gun round, so we can see VP get back into things. Snacks will be the one to do the honors of taking the out for the first time here on the CT side. See if he's going to be able to put it to good use. As if you feel if Tempo Storm get this one, then we're probably on our way to map 2 shortly. But we'll see how it goes. N1 been great with the op on the CT side. Will he be able to find anything on the T side? Tries to pick mid, not finding anything. And you're going to see Tempo Storm. They were great on the CT side attack, defending long A, but can they attack it well?
You'd assume so, but VP are going to be returning a favor. Second smoke is thrown down. Pasha's trying to dodge bullets. Channeling is in a Neo. And back to CT spawn he will go. They can boost up on the elevator to get him back onto the site if needs be. But meanwhile, Tempo Storm, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I think they passed each other in a smoke maybe.
Yeah, so
Taz has got through to the T spawn.
Yeah, this is really awkward. Showtime, if he only knew what just happened, but the bomb's so separated, there's so many players on Cat, Showtime could be the one to make a play.
Because that's going to get called as clear from Taz, surely. So now, Showtime has the element of surprise, and he will be darting up. Okay, finally Taz very intelligently checks mid, just in case there's a straggler there. So wipe everything we just said. Not going to be an issue in this round, at least for VP. Phelps and N1, though, will be. 45 seconds. Phelps peering up onto A. Snacks takes the shot, drops down. Good positions from VP, but still the headshot will connect. Neo getting silenced. Taz has managed to snake his way all the way from B round to long A, and Snacks is there. N1, as soon as the kill comes in from Taz, knows his days are numbered.
Yeah. It's one of those things where Showtime got the information that no one was B, but they just couldn't do anything with it. They were already fairly committed with that bomb up the A site. That's why you saw they were so cautious on the A ramp. They were aware that there was going to be several VP members in the area. They were trying to see if they could sort it out, but unable to do so. And there you have it. VP taking their first round. The crowd certainly excited about it. See if they can do more. They have the double op now. Again, we're going to see a long A battle right off the bat.
Lucas has been flashed 2 or 3 times. Couldn't see anything. Another one, just for good measure. Pash in a good position. Will miss his shot. And now, this is such a sketchy place to be. He will be trying to smoke his way out of harm's way. And I've got to say, Neo, the MVP, coming good for Pasha, but will be found out. N1 answers back, and now it's all on Snacks with 20 health to pick up this round for his team. N1 and Bolt, both very healthy, going to be throwing the bomb across. N1 can watch his teammate as he tries to plant this bomb. Snacks going to be charging through the smoke, using the flashbang. And Sentry's going to land right on Snacks. That buys up enough time now for this bomb to get planted, and Snacks just has to turn tail and run. Is he going to go for this retake, or is he going to tap out of the round? It looks like he is going to try and clutch this for his team. He does have a kit. Going to be slowly and steadily coming up short. Bolts watching a bit too far to the right, but Snax, of course, going to have to come up the stairs, and that's where you assume that Bolt is going to connect the headshot, and Snax, realizing that there's really no hope of him getting this clutch, just going to back away, save the AWP for the next round.
I mean, an economy reset couldn't happen at the worst time here for VP. I mean, that means Tempo Storm is going to have an easier time getting to map point. Snax, of course, will save this op, but the money is going to be so low. Really, for the next year, I mean, this is where Tempo Storm can just win the map now, basically. I mean, unless Snax gets something done with this op, they're able to force up some pistols around it, make some magic happen. It really should be 16-6 now. I mean, unfortunately, we saw a great round from VP in that opening gun round, but now, I mean, Tempo Storm, any ground that Virtus.Pro gained with that has been taken back.
It's kind of the way that I think a lot of people are expecting this map to go. Maybe this best of 5 to go, although maybe not this one-sided. But discussing that Train is almost a certified guaranteed map for VP. You'd think, at least.
You'd hope so.
Well, the way this tournament's been going, I don't think you can take anything for granted, but VP are complete beasts when it comes to Train.
Yeah, again, that's one of the maps where they've still been dangerous despite their supposed slump. Like, Train and Cash have still been great for them, so that should be their chance to get a map in this series for sure.
This round, going for the force for 5-7s. They have an open play on Snax, of course, which he managed to save. Bialy close range, 5-7. Will put bullets down range and lands one in the head of Phelps. Can he go any better? He will take down another player with him, but he goes to his grave. Leaving Taz and Snax make that just Snax. Showtime pushing through mid. Picks up a kill onto Taz, who's such a monster yesterday on Mirage. Maybe he's going to be able to show his worth. Again, Snax with a beautiful shot onto Showtime as he jumps up looking for information, and he gets it. This will instantly give the green light to Tempo Storm to rotate, but with 55 seconds left, Snax still has to play this one smart. He's not entirely sure as to where the Brazilians are going to look to push. N1 and Bolts, the two players that were in a clutch situation not too long ago, find themselves here again. Molly, smoke, flashbang for N1. You assume that one of those is going to get used onto the site just to make sure in case Snax is still camping there. But unbeknownst to them, Snax is actually pushed across to the B side, so this bomb is going to get planted.
And he's not going to really have a chance to come back and do anything, so it's more about just saving this op now to bring into the next round. I would assume maybe he'll try to see if he can catch someone crossing over towards long A, see if he can't get a parting shot, but...
If he lands the parting shot, I think the clutch is back on again for him, but yeah, as soon as the player doesn't push across correctly, just backs away. Especially with VP going for the full buy in this round. I mean, they're going to have a pretty sketchy buy in next round as well, so an AWP could make all the difference.
Absolutely. Only 1,900 coming in next round for Virtus.Pro. So, I mean, again, Tempo Storm in a great position to go ahead and close this map out in a one-sided fashion, you know, getting the job done early.
Tempo Storm not really looking too much for Snax. And they will pick up their 15th round, giving them 9 map points. Of course, again, it's still incredibly early days for this best of 5.
Yeah, taking a look at the scoreboard here. Again, it's been Phelps. He's had his maps in the past at IM Katowice. He had like a 30-bomb on one of those maps, I believe. But throughout this tournament, he's been consistently putting up those types of numbers. And Hin 1 has been on in this map. That's another thing you can pull from it. May have had a couple of quiet moments yesterday, but he has definitely been on point here on Dust2.
Absolutely, because typically it was those two guys that were playing long, and with Phelps taking such a large bulk of the kills, N1 wasn't required to. So I feel his stats would be probably pretty solid if Phelps wasn't performing. But look at this push. VP opting for a very defensive play this time along on a catwalk-centric defense, and that nade lands in the face of Showtime. He very nearly falls down to 9 HP, brought to his knees. The rest of his team is doing the work now. Taz, Bialy, Snax, what can he get done? Bialy with the headshot, completely flashing up, spins around, nearly bags himself a second kill. Meanwhile, Lucas from short's gonna get picked off from Taz's UMP. Oh my goodness, Snax. That would have been filthy if you connected that one. And he's still looking. N1 will be trying to return the favor. USB has been brought out. The sidearm needs to come good for Snax. Meanwhile, Taz will be trying to push his way in. Headshot. And VP will keep themselves alive for a little while longer.
Yeah, at least get one more round because of that. And the money's actually pretty low here on Tempo Storm. On many of their players, but there is enough on Bolts to maybe do some dropping. And so they will, in fact, get something into this. It will only include a couple of Galils and a Deagle on Lucas and some limited utility. So this is definitely a chance for VP to maybe get this one, actually force Tempo Storm to a save in the next round. That's when they can start building up some points to see if maybe they can get back into this one.
Well, the thing is, if the roles reversed and VP on the T side, and I say, okay, they can break the economy and get that really shaky CT economy going, but they're on the CT side, so if anything, that backs them against the wall even harder. Tempo Storm with 3 players over on the A side of the map. Bialy trying to channel it into Phelps, who was godlike from this position on long. The bomb, however, is over on the B side, but with, of course, so much time and very quick rotations on Dust2, that doesn't really tell you anything at this stage of the round.
Yeah, not sure if they're looking to do some type of fake here by taking long A control, forcing a rotate off of B, and trying to do something there. Maybe they throw some stuff like they're going to attack long, actually route through mid and do some type of mid B. I mean, there's so many options open to them, but here comes the smoke wall.
Could be a
to
fake
control
wall.
the corner. This is something that Na'Vi likes to do, just put a complete smoke wall to seal off a player in pit, isolate them, and look for a kill, but you don't see them execute off of it.
Yeah. The bomb, it hasn't moved an inch. I think this is a full-on fake from Tempo Storm, sending 3 players through long, trying to draw out one of those players, but because they've held on so well, there's no need for VP to move anyone away from B. So this is going to be a perfect round for VP. They don't lose a single player. They hold on. Building up the economy once more.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. If you're not getting any kills, you're not creating any pressure on long A, there's no reason for Virtus.Pro to shift position. So able to keep their B defense in place and prevent that fake from turning into anything. And so they do find themselves an 8th round in Tempo Storm here with no bomb plant, and having forced in the previous round, we'll have to look to just work with upgraded pistols in this one, as we will see them gathering up into the B tunnels. But look at this, Pasha gonna get aggressive in lower B with the Mag 7. So they have these players boxed in. This should be a bloodbath coming up soon here on the B side of the map.
Yeah, you'd think so, and it has delivered. Taz with 3. It's hard to get too hyped about this. They're all bottlenecking through the tunnels. Oh, Taz runs out of bullets, but he's gonna get saved from Snacks. Well, it's just to build that confidence up as well. Get more respectable scoreline on Dust2, and hell, if you manage to win the next rifle round, game back on. You can bring it back to like a 15-11 scoreline. Tempo Storm may start to get a bit shifty in their chairs, a bit nervous.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not as if VP's completely out of it at this point. Again, they're just a couple rounds away from being within striking distance of forcing an overtime
as well.
Yeah, a little bit of damage being dealt there. I don't know that we haven't seen an overtime this tournament, I don't believe. So, I mean, we'll see if VP can get that one right here in the semifinals.
That's a good point. I think we came close a whole bunch of times.
There was a couple of 16-14 games, yeah.
3 Galils, though, in this round. So far from ideal for Tempo Storm, but they have a healthy helping of grenades. Just the 1 Molotov, but 4 smokes. They can get a set plate if they so choose. Majority of the players coming through catwalk, maybe looking for a fast execute. Judging by the positions, it's looking likely. N1's going to be throwing his first. Bouncing off the wall, going onto the site. It's going to actually be covering the cross from Car. Pasha, I was about to say, he's in a really good position to strike. 2 kills from Pasha. Maybe good enough. Neo is next up, and he will be AWPing down bolts. N1, if you hadn't AWPed this situation, you think, okay, maybe it's back on, but he's just got an AK and he's been tagged heavily. His teammate at Showtime hasn't shown up just yet, though, and now he does have the AWP Showtime with a headshot onto the Galil. On Neo, what is going on now? VP could concede this round. They could end up losing this map, and the next spray down goes the way of Tempo Storm. HP. And Pasha must be absolutely gutted. Those 2 Max 7 shots were phenomenal. But Bialy is keeping it alive. Showtime has 1 HP.
If he wins this with 1 HP, that would be insane, but he's got his knife out. They both do. They both draw their guns. It's so awkward. Now he's able to run to the site. The bomb is there. Bialy's not going to be able to challenge this, so he's at least going to get a bomb plant, I would imagine. Does Bialy have any nades? I can't tell the pictures on. Okay, never mind. So that could be what he needs, unless Showtime just goes for the kill. But no, he's not going to throw it. Will it land in time to do anything to Showtime is the question. Oh, my goodness.
I don't think he realizes he's in 1 HP, though, otherwise this incendiary would definitely be getting thrown. And with Showtime with the AWP, it just takes him to land a crazy shot, and this map is over. Bialy moving his way up to the side. He's going to be checking every corner. Showtime's still looking at short. Surely Bialy's going to have this. He's actually going to throw the incendiary away. Showtime picks! And Tempo Storm will pick up the first map. Showtime, the 1 health dream is real.
Oh my goodness, he got the job done, dropping down the TD, starts making all these plays you don't think can work, and somehow it does. And what a way to end it from Tempo Storm. I mean, Pasha had the perfect read. It was a cat drop down play. He got right where he needed to be. He shut it down. He got 2 kills with the Max 7s, looking so good for Virtus.Pro to extend that game a bit longer, but Showtime, he had different ideas, I believe, Medicine. He made it happen, and so there you have it. Tempo Storm, they're going to take Dust2. They do it in shocking fashion there at the very end. That was a good round. That was fun.
It was actually a really enjoyable map. It was maybe a bit more one-sided than the score would suggest because VP got a second gust of wind towards the end of the map. But you just think if Bjarly clutches that round, Tempo Storm would have been back into an eco. You're looking at 15-11, 15-12 maybe.
And it was, Showtime was scoped in on Cat for so long. I thought eventually he was going to get snuck up on, but man, oh man, what a way to end the game. That was definitely quite a nail-biter moment there in that last round that we saw. But we're going to let the guys